Hi, this video is going to show you how you can use Rigby readers to record student reading with the Kami Chrome extension. I was looking for kind of a one-stop shop where my students could record themselves reading a book, and I think I might have found it. Who am I? If you don't know me already, my name is Rachel Consitis. I am a third grade teacher over at Winterset Elementary School, and I love ed tech. So did you know that students and teachers can record voice comments in the Kami Chrome extension? I didn't know that until I really started diving deeper into Kami. This can be very useful if you want students to record themselves reading a book. You could also use it to have students record their thinking as they were solving a math problem or their thinking as they were answering a comprehension question. There's a whole lot you could do with this recording feature. So all Columbus students have the Kami Chrome extension already installed on their accounts. Now, to record their voices, they want to make sure that they have the Screen Capture by Kami extension installed. So students can find that Screen Capture by Kami extension in the Chrome Web Store. And this is what it looks like when you search for Screen Capture by Kami. And that's the one that you want to install. So then to get the Rigby readers, and really you could use any PDF of a book. I'm just using the Rigby readers that we have through our new HMH program. So the first thing that you need to do is to download the Rigby reader that you want to use from HMH Ed, and you want to make sure that you download the PDF version. So once you log into Ed, you're going to click the Discover tab. And then after that, you will scroll down and you're going to select the Rigby leveled library. Then you're going to need to adjust your filters. And you want to first select the correct guided reading level, and then under the component, select leveled readers PDF. It'll open it up as a PDF, and that will give you the option to download it. When you download it, you can either save it on your laptop hard drive, or you can download it and then save it to, or you can upload it and save it to your Google Drive, especially if you want to make sure that you have access to these files no matter what computer you're on. Putting it in your Google Drive might be the way to go. After you download the PDF, you're going to open up your Google Classroom. And then you're going to create your assignment. Under the Classwork tab, you're going to create a new assignment. This time, you're going to select Kami assignment. Then you'll type in the details of your assignment like you normally do. Put the title, instructions if you want to. You can change the point value or the due date. You can schedule it if you want to, or you can also put it within a certain topic if you want. Up at the top, you can also select which students get this assignment. So if you're using this for small guided reading groups, you can send this assignment or send certain books to certain students. Then, once you have all those details in, you're going to attach the PDF of the Rigby book that you want to assign, whether it's saved in your Google Drive or if it's saved on your hard drive. You want to make sure that you assign a copy for each student. The other options are for the students to each have the same copy that they all edit, or that they could just view it. So what does that look like for students? So the students will go to their Classwork tab like they always do to find their assignments, and they'll find the assignment that you've made for them. When they open it, there are going to be two attachments. There's going to be a PDF of the document, and then there's this other option where it says Open with Kami. If they select that one, it automatically opens the PDF in Kami. If they accidentally click the version that has the PDF, that's fine. It'll still open, but there's just going to be one more step where they need to click the Open with Kami within the PDF document. So if this is the first time that you or your students have used Kami, it's probably going to ask you to sign in with Google. You might also need to give Cami permission to access your Google Drive and to save files to your drive. You want to do that. It might ask you also for the students what grade level they are. So they might need to select that they're in a K-12 education institution, and they might also need to select that they're the student versus the teacher. That's just the first time that they use Cami. But once that's set up, they're good to go. So now the student will open up the document and the PDF will be there. Over on the left on the toolbar, the student is going to select comment, and then they're going to select the microphone because they want to record a voice comment. Once the student clicks into the PDF, they will click wherever they're going to start reading because that's going to put a colored dot. And over on the side, you'll see this little recording pop up, and that recording is going to be associated with where they clicked in the document, where that dot is. And I believe they have a 5-minute maximum that they can record. So depending on the age of your kids, you might want them to do a new voice comment for each page. Now, when your student is ready to turn in their assignment because they've read through the whole book or they've done whatever additional work you have in there, they're going to click on that turn in button at the top right. Then a little menu will drop down and there's going to be a blue turn in button. Now for the teacher, you want to go and listen to their reading. So you as the teacher are going to open up their student work like you normally do in Google Classroom for a regular assignment. When you open up their document, at the top in the middle is going to be this button that says Open With, and then a drop-down menu will open up if you select it. You want to select to open it with Annotate with Cami. Then the document will open up and you will scroll down until you see their first voice comment over in the margins on the right side. If you push the play button, you'll be able to hear what your student read. You can also leave a voice comment in return if you wish. Then if you go to grade it when you want to provide feedback, you grade it like you normally would through Google Classroom, just like any other assignment. You can leave private comments in Google Classroom, or if you select Grade with Cami, you can provide feedback in Cami. That'll be a little bit different from the feedback that Google Classroom lets you provide. So when you grade with Cami, it'll take you back into Cami and you can leave text comments, you can leave drawings, or you could leave a voice comment within the document for the student to see and hear. A little bit more personalized feedback, and you can tag it to where in the document you're actually talking about, which, the private comments in Google Classroom, the students don't know where in the document that comment is talking about. This will have that little dot that will associate where in the document you're referencing. So is your mind totally blown by this? Mine sure was, and I can't wait to use this with my students. So now I'm going to show you what this looks like in real time. So remember, my first step is that I want to make sure that I have downloaded the screen capture with Cami. So I'm going to go to the Chrome store or to the web store, and then I'm going to search for extensions. And I'm going to search Screen Capture by Cami, and it shows up. Then if you don't have it installed, it's going to stay install in Chrome over here. Now I already have it, so obviously I don't want to remove it. Now you might notice that you don't see Cami or Clever up on the menu bar up at the top. So one trick is there's always this puzzle piece over here where you can manage your extensions. And if you click on that, you want to make sure that Clever, and you want to make sure that Cami, and you want to make sure that the Screen Capture by Cami all have that blue pin filled in, because the extensions that have that blue pin filled in are going to show up here. Sometimes, you might have a lot of extensions installed and you don't need to see them all up here, so you can actually hide them if you get a whole bunch of them. But for the kids, they might want to make sure that they pin them so they can always see them. All right, so after they've installed the screen capture by Cami, they're good to go. Now you, as the teacher, need to find your PDF. So once you log into Ed, you're going to click on that Discover tab, and then you are going to filter down your guided reading level to whatever, if you're looking for a certain level. You want to make sure that under the component that you select Leveled Readers PDF, okay? And then it's going to show up as the PDF document instead of the document where Ed will read it to the student, or that you could push to Google Classroom. Now, when you open up this document, it will open up as a PDF, and this is what you need to download. I feel like singing the Jeopardy theme song right now, but I'm not going to make you guys listen to me sing. So that PDF will show up, and then you're going to save it. After you've downloaded that PDF, you're done with Ed. Then you're going to go to Google Classroom and you're going to create an assignment. So you're going to go to the Classwork tab and you're going to click on Create. And you want to create a Cami assignment. Now, once you create a Cami assignment, you can put your title like normal. And you can leave your instructions. You can change your points if you need to. You can schedule it. You can stick it in a topic, whatever you want. Keep this checked over here where it says add links to open with Cami. That'll give them that one-stop shop for opening it. And then you want to attach your file. You want to make sure that you have made a copy for each of the students. Okay, you don't want students to share one copy for this one. You don't want it so that students can't edit the file. You want them to be able to edit the file you give them, and you want them each to have their own copy. And then you will assign it. All right, now to see what it looks like for the student. So the student will go to their classroom and they'll be able to go to their Classwork tab. They'll have their assignment like normal. There's going to be two options for them. One is the PDF of the document and one says Open with Cami. If at all possible, have them open the Open with Cami. It just takes out an extra step. And then they can open up the document. Now, for some reason, this one, which I know is lovely since it's the one I'm giving a demonstration on, the text got a little, the images got a little messed up, but it's not like that in the real PDF. All right, so here we have where a student is going to leave their first comment. Over here on the left, they're going to select comment and they can select the voice comment. And then they will just click on the document where they're going to start and it will automatically start recording them. Dogs at work. People keep dogs for many different reasons. Some dogs are kept to do jobs. These dogs are called working dogs. Dogs are born with very good senses. They have excellent sense of smell and good hearing. Working dogs are taught to use their senses to do their jobs. Working dogs can be different sizes and different breeds, but they are all smart and eager to work. They help people in many ways. And then The child will pause. Then the child can go down and they can record themselves reading the next page. And they can do that, make a new comment for each page if they'd like, or whatever your assignment was. All right, when a child is ready to turn it in, up here on the top right, they'll click this Turn In button. A drop-down menu will show up, and they will turn it in. And then it will save to their Google Drive and send it to their teacher. And then the document is turned in to their teacher. Just like documents in Google Classroom, the student can't make any changes to it now once it's turned in unless they unsubmit it. So now as the teacher, what does it look like when you go to grade it? You'll go to the assignment the same as you would for any other assignment, and you'll open up their work. So the student's document shows up in Kami, and then you'll scroll down till you see their voice comment. And here you can play it to listen to your student read.
Dogs at work. People keep dogs for many different reasons. Some dogs are kept to do jobs. These dogs are called working dogs.
And if you would like, you could type a reply to your student. Or you could even leave a voice comment if you'd like. When you go to grade something over here, you can grade in Google Classroom like normal. You can give their points. You can leave comments over here, or you could leave comments in Kami if you wanted to. So you could, highlight a word and, or you could even draw. You could do lots of different, all the Kami tools that you wanted. You could do that. And then you would return it to the student just like you would a normal Google assignment. If you would like to have some more videos that teach you about Kami and the amazing things that you can do with it, there is a ton of videos on the Kami YouTube channel. There is a playlist for remote learning and how you can use it in that setting. There's also a playlist about Kami across the curriculum, and they show it with elementary, and they show it with math and science and social studies, lots of different things. There's also a playlist of videos made just for students and parents on how to use Kami, particularly with Google Classroom. So that might be something helpful that you might send to your parents. Now, if you want a copy of these slides, here is the bit.ly address that you can go to, and it is case sensitive. So the K in Kami and the R in Rigby are both capitalized. If you have any questions, my email address is down at the bottom. Hope you learned something new today, and I hope this helps make your remote teaching just a little bit easier.